Money. It affects our everyday life. But how do we make more of it? Manage it. And make sure we make the most of our money. Welcome to Money Mindful, a podcast to teach and support you as you learn to manage your money.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Money Mindful podcast. I am your host, Megan Jean Smith. I am a money mindset and life coach for women. I help women get out of their own way by teaching them how to manage their mind so they can create the extraordinary life they want to live on purpose. Alrighty. How are you doing and being with money? That is what I'm going to work with you today on the podcast. I'm actually going to teach you how to do a little exercise. But first, I wanted to let you know that tonight I am running an online workshop, and I'm also doing some coaching through the Life Coach University. It is a scarcity versus abundance mindset workshop, and you are invited. If you've ever felt like you don't have enough time, money, or confidence, this workshop is for you. And I'm going to teach you 3 simple steps of how to move out of scarcity thinking. First of all, I'm going to teach you what scarcity thinking is and then how to move out of it. I ran this workshop last month and it's back by popular demand. I had my European friends ask, please, can you do it at a different time so it's not late at night for us? So that is what I'm doing. It is at 8 p.m. tonight. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time, April 13th. So this is the day that the podcast releases. That is for my American friends. That's 5 a.m. Central Time, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 12 noon for those of you in Sweden and 11 a.m. if you are in London. If you would like to participate in the online workshop, you need to go to the link in my bio on Instagram or go to the lifecoachuniversity.com website and register. There will be a link to that in the show notes for this podcast episode. Once you have registered, you can join in tonight for the workshop, and I will be making sure I allow time to coach anyone who would like coaching at the end of the workshop on your mindset. Scarcity mindset. So that is going to be super fun, and that is happening tonight. Go and register and join me for this free workshop. All right, let's get into it. Whenever you want to change something to do with money or your life or your mindset, the very first port of call always is awareness, because you can't change something that you're not actually aware of. If you don't even know the thoughts that you're thinking in your head, you can't change them. How can you possibly if you're unaware of them, if they're unintentional? So I want to teach you a really simple exercise today to bring your awareness to the forefront around your money mindset and develop your relationship with money, like increase your awareness around money. And if you want to have a healthy, clean relationship with money, you want to find out what is your relationship right now. All right, how are you treating money? How are you being with money? What are you doing with money? And this exercise is an exercise I learnt from Lynn Twist, who is the author of The Soul of Money. That's actually the book we read in book club last month. She is an incredible teacher when it comes to money. So I want to share this exercise with you. I'm sort of adapting it. It's not exactly the same as what she does, but I think this is similar enough. So I definitely need to credit her. This is who I learnt this from. So the first thing that you need to do is, if you want to develop your relationship with money, is have a look at how you are being with money and what you are doing with money. So this is what I want you to do this week. Okay? Grab a notepad and a pen and just have it handy. And over the week, I want you to get really curious and just be the watcher, be observant of what you do with money and how you're being with money. So let me give you some examples. So first of all, what are you doing with money? So do you pay your bills on time or do you pay them late? Right? Are you paying off debt on investments? Or do you have large amounts of consumer debt that you're avoiding? Or do you have debt that you're paying off regularly and you're really conscious of it? Do you have money that you are spending on investments? Are you holding space for money? Like, do you have money in your bank accounts? Or do you spend all your money? Do you spend more money than you earn? Do you regularly save or do you not save money? Do you donate to causes that you care about? So that's what I mean by what are you doing with money? Do you keep money in your wallet or do you never have any money in your wallet? Now, this is an exercise simply to create awareness about what you are doing with money. Because if you are doing things with money that you actually, after doing this exercise, you realize, actually, I just realized I don't save any money ever and I spend more than I earn. I'd like to change that, right? But if you don't even create the space to be aware of what you're currently creating, it's very hard to change. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, how are you being with money? And what I mean by that is, what are your feelings about money? Like, are you embarrassed about the amount of money that you have? Do you feel shame about your money situation? Do you feel shame talking about money? Are you really confident with your money? Do you talk about your money freely? Are you stingy with money or are you really generous? Are you connected with your money? Do you feel like you have a good relationship with your money or do you avoid your money? Are you disconnected from your money? Right? Are you open about your knowledge about it? Do you talk about it with friends or do you get worried about not having enough? Are you confident in investing your money and your feelings about that? Do you think that you never have enough? So that's like how you're being. It's sort of more the feelings and the way you think and feel about money. So it's just two different areas, how you're being with money and what you're doing with money. All you need to do this week is just notice. Notice how you're being and notice what you're doing. And keep a little notepad handy or do it in your phone and just jot it down as you notice what you do throughout the week. Like when your bills come in, if you get a bill, you get an email with your latest electricity bill, do you ignore it or do you pay it straight away? Just create the awareness by gathering data. So you're watching yourself this week. You're seeing what you do. You're gathering the information. And the reason why you do this is you just naturally, just from doing this activity, this exercise, you are deepening your relationship with money because you're actually looking at what you do and how you are with money. And that is an amazing thing to do, no matter where you are on the scale of what you think your relationship is with money. If you think you have a bad relationship or a good relationship or a neutral relationship, I found this exercise so helpful because what it allowed me to do is I saw that there's a whole heap of things that I'm doing with money that I really love and that I think are really positive and have a positive impact on my life. And then there was other areas where I was like, this is something I want to work on. And it created the space for me to see that. So that is my intention with sharing this with you today, for you to be able to create the space around what you're doing with money and create more awareness and deepen your relationship with money so that you have a good relationship that you want to be in. And the final little point that I want to add here, once you've done this activity over the week, is I want you to have a look at what you're being and doing with money and ask yourself, is this in line with the way that I want to live my life? Is this in line with my values? Is this in line with the person that I want to be? Is this in line with how I want to show up in the world? Is this in line with the world that I want to have? These are really good questions to ask yourself, because if it's not, it gives you a reason to make change, to change your relationship with money if you think that it's not in alignment with how you want to be in the world and your values. Okay, I hope that helps. If this exercise is of interest to you, go and check out Lynn Twist. Go and get her book, The Soul of Money. She is a magnificent teacher when it comes to looking at money in a holistic way and your connection with money, your relationship with money, and how that affects the world that you live in. It's one of my favorite money books. We did it last month in book club. The recordings of book club are still on the Money Mindful website. You can go and check them out under the book club tab. That's www.moneymindful.com.au. And while you're there, if you are interested in taking this work further with me and learning about how to manage your mind and creating the life that you want, go ahead and book a consult. It's really easy to do, and you can do it on the website. Okay, until I speak with you again, have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Money Mindful podcast. For more info, visit moneymindful.com.au. For future episodes, be sure to subscribe. And remember, the information in this podcast is of a general nature only and does not take into account your personal circumstances or goals. Please seek professional advice for your own financial needs. Remember to have fun along the way.